Hey, it's Mike with Fleetwood RV. It's that time of year when the 2022 products are rolling offline, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on all the new changes for model year 2022. And for our first video, we're starting off with a big one. Not only is this a new floor plan, this is a brand new product that we're introducing to the Fleetwood lineup. So here it is, the brand new 2022 Fleetwood Frontier. You take a look at this front cap, how aggressive it is with all the inlays, the chrome accents, gives it a very nice look. Particularly probably one of my favorite ones that we're making right now. We step around to the side, look at the full body paint. There's a double clear coat on it. So we're putting 2 coats of clear, 2 to 3. We sand it all the way down. And then we put 2 more coats of clear on it. It's giving you great UV protection, keep your colors looking great, and it gives you a real smooth finish. This particular exterior graphic is the loyalty graphic. It comes in 3 other graphics, and that's going to be Iron Man, Morning Coffee, and Granite. So what's this unit built on? It's built on the Freightliner Custom Chassis XCR Chassis. That's a raised rail chassis, and we pair that with the Fleetwood Freedom Sport Foundation. The Freedom Sport Foundation is basically a large, massive steel structure that's going to saddle the rails provided by Freightliner on the XCR chassis. That raised rail chassis, as you can see in this compartment, lifts the main rails of the chassis up, which gives us a tremendous amount of basement storage. Now, if this was a straight rail, those rails would be lower down and we would have to build around them. And by doing that, it eliminates some of the pass-through storage for you. Now, starting up front and looking at some of the features, we'll work our way back. We have 275/80 Michelin tires on 22.5-inch aluminum Alcoa wheels. We have dual fuel fills. We can fill up from either side. Nice tall storage with FRP bottom. That way it's scratch resistant, mildew resistant, all that stuff doesn't have to stain the bottom of your basement. We just looked at this compartment, but just amazes me how wide this is. With that foundation and the strength that it provides, we do not have to put a cross member right here obstructing getting large objects into your cargo bay. So that is a big benefit, and we do have the 90-inch slide tray. Now that is an option. Standard just going to be an open bay area. Right above that, we have our exterior television. This television is on a swivel, so no matter where you're setting, where the sun's positioned, you can still sit here and enjoy whatever you're watching on TV. Next compartment, tremendous amount of storage area again, and we have our Dirt Devil central vacuum system. Since we did pair with Freightliner Custom Chassis, we get to take advantage of their V-Ride. The V-Ride is stabling up this unit. With this unit, you don't have to worry about making turns and drifting outside your lane. So when that speed limit says 55 around a curve, you can feel comfortable taking it at that. You don't have to slow down because you feel like you don't have control. Next compartment, a lot of electrical equipment in here. We have our battery control center. We have all of the modules for our solar panels. This particular unit has a 300-watt solar panel on it, and that's included in our technology package. We have our disconnects for our inverter, and then we have a 2,000-watt pure sine wave inverter. Since that is a pure sine wave inverter, know that all of your electronics on the inside are safe. There's 2 kinds of inverters mainly. You got a pure sine wave and a modified wave. A pure sine wave is going to deliver power to your motorhome, very close to how the electric companies are delivering power to your residential home. Last compartment, we have our hydraulic fill for our 4-point automatic hydraulic leveling system. And there's all the components to meet emissions. Your diesel exhaust fluids on the other side, we'll take a look at that. And again, this rear cap, look at all the detail and body lines in this rear cap. Beautiful paint job. We have our one-way audio with our rear backup camera. We got the LED lights that accent the top of it. We have a 10,000-pound hitch and access to all of our general maintenance. We have our coolant, our dipstick, engine oil, transmission oil, and plus the gauge that checks our air filter. Now moving on to the driver's side, we have our air intake located up above our belt line. What that's doing is making sure we're sucking clean air, providing the cleanest air for our engine. Our first compartment, we have our house batteries. That is 4 6-volt deep cycle batteries. They're wired in series and parallel. The next compartment, we have our starting batteries. These are 12-volt batteries, and now if for some reason your batteries are dead on your coach and you need to start it in the morning, there's 2 ways you can do it. First, I would use your auxiliary start that's located on your dash. You hold that button down, and that's going to transfer the power from your house batteries into your starting batteries. And then you'll be able to start your engine that way. If for some reason, I don't know why, but those were dead as well, these are the batteries you would need to jump in order to start your unit. Right below it, we have our power shore cord reel. That's a 50 amp service. Right beside it, we have our DEF tank. That's a 13-gallon DEF tank, and it's using about 2.5% of the fuel that you're using. And now onto the utility bay, we have our whole house filter, and it is recommended that we change that every 8,000 gallons. We have our low point drains for our hot and cold lines. And now if you come to winterize your unit, or we need to drain all the water out of our system, this is where you'd come to do that. We have a Santee flush. We hook into the Santee flush, and that helps us clean out our black tank. We have a nice exterior shower here, so if the dog gets all muddy, you got to clean off his feet. If you got the kayaks and they're all muddy, whatever the case may be, it's a great spot to do that. We have a water pump switch right there, so that way you don't have to go inside to turn on your water pump to use it out here. It's all going to be done within this bay. And of course, we have the 110 hookups for convenience on this side of the unit. One thing I'd like to point out down here is how Fleetwood does their wedge tanks. They're all wedged. This is our black tank, as you can see. We're one of the only ones that does this. Our drain is down at the bottom, and then by being wedged, it makes it drain so much easier. One common problem that folks have in the motor homes are mounding and stuff inside their black tanks. That's something you're not gonna have to worry about too much with the wedge tank design. We have a 100-gallon fresh tank right here, and then we have a 65-gallon gray tank on this side. Our connection is on a swivel, so it makes it easier to hook up. And we have a hole routed out the bottom. That way you can run your tank through it, or your hose through it, and still keep your door locked, so there's no access to the public right there. And here is that large luggage bay again, our 90-inch slide tray, and we do have an extra box of that Tarket flooring that we'll see on the inside. And here is a feature you're not going to think that comes with a unit in this price range, and it is a standard feature. That's an AquaHot 250D. This is our water heater. This is providing unlimited hot water, and plus it's our heating system. So all of the heat that's going through our motorhome and into our basement where our holding tanks are is provided by this. The great thing about an AquaHot, it is that it doesn't drain any humidity out of the air. So when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to worry about having a stuffy nose or your skin all dried out. This provides a nice, comfortable air inside of it. That is plumbed into the same 100-gallon fuel tank that Freightliner provides. So there's no need for propane. You don't have to worry about another tank to fill up. You don't have to worry about another tank running out. You fill up your 100-gallon fuel tank with diesel, and then this will run off diesel or electric. In our front compartment, we just have our windshield wiper fluid. We have 2 air chucks up front. Up top here, one is going to be an emergency air for your brakes, and then the other one is going to be so you can use air to blow out your luggage compartments, fill up the kids' toys, the basketball, or whatever you need to do. Right up above we have our mirrors. They're mounted up high. We have turn signals that are integrated into them. And plus, up top is our side view cameras. By being located way up top, you don't have to worry about road grime loading up on them when they're located down here and then making it a safety hazard because you can't see out of them. Now let's jump inside and look at some of the interior features. So currently, this unit's all closed up in travel mode. Let's see what access is like to the important amenities. As we come back, you can see we have full access to the galley and microwave. Spinning around to the bathroom, we got pocket doors, so we don't have to worry about a door opening up and limiting the access into there. And plus, we have decent access to the refrigerator, enough to get a snack or something to drink, and access to the pantry is doable as well. Now this one is a little tighter than some, and the reason for that is we're putting in large slide outs on both sides that are opposing, and plus the real deep galley. And you know, you're traveling 5% of the time that you have your motorhome, and the other 95% of that time we're camping. So we chose to put the larger boxes in it. That way you have better amenities and more comfortable living that whole 95% of the time you're camping. Let's open this unit up and take a look at this interior. So here's the unit all opened up, and as we talked about earlier with the large slide outs, now look how much room we have in between our unit. And this particular decor is the alloy decor with the heritage wood. That's the white painted wood, and there are 4 options with wood choices in this unit. And as we said, the heritage, we have the gray stone, we have English chestnut, which is a brand new wood color. It's a medium, not too dark, not too light, nice neutral color. And then we have winter fog. The winter fog is going to be white painted wood again, but it has nice gray outlines and glazing on it. It gives it a really nice look. So let's start up front, take a look at some of the amenities up in the driver's area. So one nice feature is we have nice storage down by your left leg. Put all of your literature, extra maps, whatever you're using. Right on the armrest, we have our mirror controls, and plus this little red light, that is the power for your heated mirrors. Right above that, we have the optional mobile eye. That's the display for it. The sensor is on the other side of this window shade. That does all your collision mitigation, your speed zones. It watches for pedestrians. There's a ton of features wrapped up into that unit that's for safety. Speaking of safety, we also have our dual monitors. And the one on the left is going to control our radio, plus our navigation is displayed on that display as well. And then the one on the right is dedicated strictly to your cameras. So that way when you're in them congested areas, you know when your next turn is, plus you know what's beside you. If you don't have dual monitors, you got to pick one or the other. Coming up on the steering wheel, all of our shifting is done right on the paddle, and plus this is our engine brake as well. So by applying pressure down, the engine brake comes on, and you can see the high displayed on your gauges. That's how you know the brake is on. And now when that brake is being used, not just on, but it's actually engaged, that'll turn green. So a nice little feature that you know it's working. And down low, basically, we have all of our comfort controls. And on the bottom, we talked about that auxiliary start. That is right here. So if your batteries are dead and you needed to pair the power from your chassis batteries and house batteries together, we would do that here. Our front blinds are power. It's all done with this switch. We have our generator start and stop, and we have keyless entry right here as well. Looking up at the cabinets above, they slide over. This way we still have access to them with our drop-down bed. We have our TV lockout, and plus our satellite controls are located behind there. And on this side, we have our Wi-Fi Ranger. So if you were to pair to your Wi-Fi Ranger, all of your passwords and your IP address, everything's located on a sticker right here. We have another way to run out your full slide. And if you're on this one, the key needs to be on the on position or your slide outs are not going to work. HDMI extender and USB 110 hookups are inside there as well. Working our way back, as we talked about the drop down bed, that is an option and it's on a key as well. So again, if the key's out of here, this will not come down. Actually, a little storage area if you would. And now onto the living area. We have the theater seating in this unit. That is an option. Standard is going to be a pull-out sofa, a sleeper sofa, which adds more additional sleeping if you choose. The theater seating though has a nice storage on the inside. And we got some books in here. And place to put your remotes, cup holders, and they are power as well. Large window behind it. Right up above, we have a camera selector. So if you get the safety package in the Frontier, it's going to come with the mobile eye plus safety view. Safety view is where all of your cameras throughout your unit, your 2 side cameras plus your backup camera, are linked to your televisions. So by hitting this button, it'll toggle on your television all of your cameras. So it kind of acts like a security system. And this same button is located in the bedroom as well. So if you're sleeping at night, you hear a bump in the night, you don't want to go check it out, you just turn on your TV and flip through your cameras and see all around your unit. Coming across, we have our dinette. This is a drop-down dinette. It does go for additional sleeping, and it's jackknifing. By jackknifing, you just lift this up and you can push down on them and it turns into sleeping. And right above the dinette is the television. That is on a televator, which you can operate from your sofa or your theater seating. So if you don't want the television, you have a nice view letting in a lot of light, or at nighttime, you can put up the TV and catch up on the news, watch a game, or the latest episode of Survivor. Right above it, we have all of our cabinets, which are all ozite lined. All hardware is metal. European hidden hinges, metal latches. Very deep cabinetry here. And we have our sound bar right above that as well. All of our shades throughout the unit are MCD shades. They're all high-end shades. You don't have to worry about any accordion shades or anything that's going to break on you. Moving back into the kitchen. A lot of storage up top. Nice frosted glass inlays into the cabinets. Large countertop space. We have all solid surface. Stainless steel appliances, nice farm style sink here, and chrome gooseneck faucet as well. This is an induction cooktop. It's a 2-burner, all electric. Right up above it we have a stainless steel convection microwave, and then it pairs nicely with the stainless steel Whirlpool refrigerator. So when you come in at night, want to have a nice dinner, you have all the amenities that you need to make that happen. Right underneath it, we have all the plastic that we took off the furniture, but a tremendous amount of storage area under here as well. Plenty of room to throw a trash can or 2 under here. Lots of storage, full length guides. They are 100-pound drawer glides, so that way you don't have to worry about them tweaking and then making it hard to get to your cargo. And a nice large drawer right there as well. Coming over to the other side, we have a nice pantry here. That's not the only pantry, but this is a nice pantry. Nice spot to put your canned goods. Above it, we have our fuses for our multiplex. And the other pantry we're talking about is right here. And they're on full pull-out drawers as well. And as we mentioned, the multiplex, that's located right here in the middle of your unit. It's operated by precision circuits, and the multiplex is basically a centralized location where we can come and control a ton of features within our motorhome. It's not the only place we can control things, but this is a centralized one where we can control a lot of them. So as our lights, we can come in here, we can hold down all lights, turn on every light in our motorhome. We can check the levels of our tanks, fresh, black, gray, and plus our house and chassis batteries. Slide outs, we can go in and out. Here we do our patio, our entry awning, generator, so we can set all the parameters for our auto gen start. We'll talk about that in just a second. Water pump, our AquaHot, so if you want to pick if you want your electric or your diesel, we can do that right here. All of your HVAC settings, you got 2 zones, you can do the front or rear. This comes standard with 13.5 kBTU ACs, and we do have an option to jump those up to 15,000 BTU ACs if you choose. And then all of our vents can be done from here. A neat thing about this is a lot of those features can be controlled on your cell phone via the Precision Circuits app. So where I find this really beneficial is if you back into a campground and you don't have anyone with you, or maybe you just want to do it yourself so you ensure that you have enough room, you can pull up the app on your cell phone, go around to the other side of the unit, run your slide out box out, and make sure you don't hit a tree, because everyone knows there's always a tree in these campsites. That's a close call. So as we mentioned, this unit does have auto gen start. What that's allowing you to do is set your generator to automatically start under certain parameters. One of those being a voltage. So if your batteries drop below a certain voltage, it'll go ahead and kick on your generator and charge your batteries up. I would set that to like 11.9 volts or something. That way your batteries are never under 50%. And one of the quickest ways to kill your batteries, the life cycle of your batteries, is to leave the charge depleted on them. So this is a nice safety net to protect your batteries. The other one's going to be temperature. So let's say you guys go out and hiking for the day and you have a pet, or you go run errands where the pet's not allowed to go with you. You could leave them in here, set this to 70 degrees or whatever you choose to do so, and then if the temperature rises much over 70 degrees, if it hits 71, 72 degrees, it's going to kick on your ACs, or kick on your generator, start your ACs, cool your coach down so the pets are nice comfortable temperature, and then it's going to kick that generator off. So the good thing about that is when you leave, you don't have to leave your generator running. So when you come back, you have 30 minutes on your generator versus the alternative, if you had to leave it running, 8-9 hours on it. So it's less fuel you're using and increasing the resale value because you have less hours on your generator. Into the bathroom. This is a pretty good sized bathroom. It's a midship bathroom. A lot of storage up above it. 2 mirrored medicine cabinets. Decent amount of countertop space. All stainless steel appliances. And we got 3 drawers on the left and a nice cabinet underneath. We have a porcelain toilet. No ABS toilets with any of our products, and a fiberglass shower. We have the textured 3-door sliding shower, and that gives you more access, makes it easier to get into your shower. And we have the skylight up above. That way, I don't have this problem, but the taller folks, they have plenty of headroom to take the showers. Coming into the rear, this is a beautiful rear bedroom. Again, textured glass paired throughout the whole unit. Everything is finished. Nice accent lights behind it. All the shelves are adjustable. All metal hardware. We have our TV directly across from the bed, and as we talked about, there's a switch over there that we can display all of our exterior cameras on this television. Again, more storage. Nice worktop space if you need to fold clothes. Prepping areas right there. Tremendous amount of storage at the bottom. And then 3 drawers on each side of that as well. And one thing I want to point out here is no carpet. We've eliminated all carpet possible. And another neat thing is this whole floor is 100% flat floor. Typically in this area on a diesel motorhome, you're going to have a step up over this engine compartment. And with the XCR chassis paired with the Freedom Sport Foundation, there's no need for that. But we do have access right here for our engine compartment, and plus that rear panel pops off as well to make it that much more simple. Right here we have either hanging wardrobe, which is what would be standard. This unit does come prepped for a washer and dryer. So even if you do not get a washer and dryer, it's still prepped. You can go ahead and buy that unit on the dealer's lot and they can put it in for you not too hard because we've already have all of our water lines and drains in the back of it. But this particular unit does have the washer and dryer in it. And then you would use this large area for your hanging wardrobe. We have a shoe rack built into the back of it, make it that much more convenient. And then we got our king bed. 110 USB hookups on both sides of it. This is an articulating bed. It's a great spot to set up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, catch up on the news, see what happened the day before. And the reason for the articulating bed, not only is it good for that, it gives us a ton of wardrobe space on the other side. So if we wanted a flat bed that didn't articulate, then you would lose all that storage on the other side. And we have storage up above. Nice deep storage. And plus this compartment, the light comes on automatically. We have 110 hookups and it's prepped for a CPAP. Directly underneath it, there's a hole routed back here, and that allows you to run your hoses through it, makes your CPAP fully functional and still hidden out of sight. So that's a great feature to have as well. We talked about our toggle switch for our cameras, and then we have individual reading lights as well. So there's the walk around of the 34 GT Frontier. Now this unit does come in two floor plans, as we're in now, the 34 GT and the 36 SS. That's a brand new floor plan, and that'll be coming out shortly. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification button. That way you're notified whenever we upload that video. And plus, if you want to look into the Frontier more, go out to your local Fleetwood dealer. Let them know that you're interested, and they can provide you with all the pricing and all the other options that are available within this unit. Appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions, comments, leave them down in the section below, and we'll do our best to answer those for you. Thanks.